Today I'm reviewing the BEASTCOM Q5 Pro gaming PC with an AMD Ryzen 5 4500 and RTX 3050. If you want to check current pricing or availability, it's linked below. I've used this system on my desk for everyday gaming, light productivity, and general multitasking over several sessions. These impressions are based on sustained use rather than isolated bench figures. Let's set expectations clearly. This isn't a high-end gaming rig shining at ultra settings or a heavy creative workstation. It's positioned as an entry to mainstream gaming desktop that aims for solid performance at common resolutions without premium pricing. Performance in real use in typical 1080p gaming, the RTX 3050 delivers steady and playable performance on medium to high settings in many titles. Competitive shooters and esports games feel smooth with comfortable frame pacing at sensible settings. In more demanding AAA titles, you'll still get playable results, but it's normal to tune settings down to maintain consistency rather than chasing high refresh rates. Day-to-day use, internet browsing with multiple tabs, document work, streaming video, and casual photo editing, feels responsive. The Ryzen 5 4500 doesn't stagger under typical multitasking, and switching apps feels fluid in practical scenarios. Thermals and noise under extended gaming. Thermals rise as expected for a compact entry-class build. The system's cooling keeps the CPU and GPU stable without dramatic throttling. Fan noise becomes noticeable under load, but it stays at a steady hum rather than spiking unpredictably. In lighter tasks, fans settle down to a quieter level that blends into background noise. Memory, storage, and connectivity. The 16GB of RAM gives enough headroom for most modern games and everyday workflows. I didn't notice memory constraints when gaming with background apps open, though very heavy multitasking workflows would benefit from more memory later on. With a 1TB NVMe SSD, boot times and game loads feel quick and responsive. That capacity is practical for a modest game library and everyday files without having to juggle space immediately. Wi-Fi 5 connectivity works fine for most wireless scenarios. It's not cutting-edge Wi-Fi 6. But it holds a stable connection for streaming and online gaming without frequent dropouts. Build quality and usability. The chassis feels straightforward, not flashy, but solid for its category. Cable routing and internal layout feel sensible, and setup was simple: plug in, boot up, and use without fuss. Basic ports like USB and HDMI are accessible for peripherals and monitors. Limitations honestly address. This isn't a machine for high refresh 1440p gaming or 4K performance at elevated settings. The RTX 3050 is good at 1080p, but it doesn't push into higher tiers of performance without sacrificing some detail. That's not a flaw, it's realistic for this hardware class. Noise under sustained load is noticeable. If whisper quiet operation is important for your space, this isn't engineered for silent home theater style use. Comparisons and positioning. Compared with entry-level desktops without discrete GPUs, this Q5 Pro feels meaningfully stronger in both gaming and general performance. Against higher-end mid-range builds with faster CPUs or GPUs, it trades peak performance for a more affordable, balanced experience. Where this system makes the most sense is for people who want dependable 1080p gaming at sensible settings, use their PC for everyday tasks and casual creative work, prefer a turnkey desktop without building from parts, value practical storage and memory without immediate upgrades. It's less ideal if your priority is ultra high-end gaming, very heavy creative workloads, or near silent operation. Bottom line: in everyday use, the BEASTCOM Q5 Pro gaming PC delivers predictable performance that matches its component class. It doesn't chase extremes, and it doesn't hide trade-offs. It gives balanced gaming and everyday responsiveness at a realistic level for its segment. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.